Hello, viewers of SSBC. It has been a pleasure having you once again in this exclusive interview of the Round Table Show. We're joined by the governor of Maiwut State, that is Honorable Bol Ruach Rom. Will be telling us about what is the next move towards making sure that that state is peaceful, issues to do with the revitalization of the peace agreement, the national dialogue, and what is his government doing to support the citizen down in the grassroots. Governor, welcome to Round Table Show.
Thank you very much, SSBC, for the interview. I would like to thank the viewer for this special program.
We welcome you with warm and open heart to Juba.
Thank you.
It's been a while not having you in Juba. We hope things are well in Maiwut State.
Yeah, that's true. I have been away for the last 6 months. I was in Maiwut,
Yes.
trying to make sure that the security of the area is stable and people get back to normal. Because in my state, you know, as it was created as a state, most of the areas were under the rebels.
Okay.
And then I was based temporarily in northern part of the state, that is an area called Rampo, for 3 months.
Okay.
And then during that process, because of the fact that there was a declaration of ceasefire, so we were holding on the same location. However, the rebels have started to carry out terrorist activities in my area by threatening the oil closure. 2 incidences occur in March,
Okay.
9 and March 19. They kidnapped some of the oil workers and took them to what they call the rebel base, Pagak.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that situation provoked the state authority to move to all its areas to make sure that terrorist activities in South Sudan are not allowed in my states, my other states. So we kicked off the operation on the 2nd of July until the 7th of August. We reached Pagak. We liberated Pagak, what they call their rebel base.
Okay.
Until the time I speak to you, Pagak is fully liberated and it is under the control of the government of the Republic of South Sudan.
Where you based? Because people talking outside, people on social media are saying governor of Maiwut State is not based in Pagak. They are saying you actually deserted. You left the place and you went to Gambela. So what are you saying about this?
You know, I don't know exactly how sure they are in supporting their statement, but it is also a contribution to the mess that is messing up the country.
Okay.
You cannot just conclude something when you are not in the area.
Yes.
So when we were in Pagak, I have officially invited all the media houses to come to Pagak so that they have to come and see exactly what is happening in Pagak.
Okay.
I'm in Pagak. That's where my base is for now, because Pagak is one of the border towns. We are bordering Ethiopia. So we are establishing a very good tie with Ethiopia. More people are coming in, and we are meeting the Ethiopian authority at the bridge every time to strengthen our relationship with the government. Because in those areas, you know, there have been absence of government for the last 4 years.
Yes.
So it has been known to be a rebel control area. They have been doing rubbish things that have not even pleased the government of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. So when we reached the area, we were warmly welcomed by the Ethiopian authority, and then we established a very good working relationship with them. And Pagak is fully liberated. For those who are saying these wild news on the media, I openly would like to welcome them to Pagak.
So they
just
should
take
join
a flight.
you.
They can come even at night. Pagak is our
They
area.
join you, I'll go and see Pagak.
Let's
Let's get to know now, after what took place and all the incident that happened, how is the situation currently? I mean, we are talking about the residents, people who are in Pagak before, and they left due to the war that took place. Currently, are people coming back?
We had this issue of not accessing those who have who have crossed the border to neighboring Ethiopia.
Okay.
So we have decided to go to Pagak. and then to have access with the refugee who have crossed to Ethiopia, so that we clearly explain why we are there as a government. And after we settled, we met the Ethiopian authority, and we begin to receive South Sudanese who have been displaced in a big number. A day we are receiving like 500 a day, 500, 600. Yeah, they are returning to the state because we have explained the importance of the presence of government, that we are there to deliver services to them that they have been lacking for the last 4 years.
Yes. So, Honorable Governor, let that one get me to the question now of you being a governor in that state, like you're representing the government there. In another terms, yeah, you are actually the mouthpiece of the government there. Tell us, what are you doing in Maiwut state? You know, what are your plans to ensure that these people who are coming back, not even those who are coming back, but those who were there before, actually got what you're saying about this service delivery?
As a government, our main task is to take services very close to the people.
Yes.
That is why the President of the Republic of South Sudan, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, endorsed the creation of 32 states because there was a proposal from the grassroots that the number of states must be increased.
Yes.
So, and it happened that Maiwut become one of the states. And then we have never experienced the President of government since, because the main capital used to be in Malakal. And the distance from Malakal to Maiwut, you can walk the whole day to reach to Maiwut. But now, as the state is with the people in Maiwut, we have started giving them medical services. Yeah, because we have talked to the Ministry of Health, and they have provided us with drug. Yeah, now the hospital is functioning, and the medicines are for free. Unlike our Ethiopian counterparts. So, and the drugs are very, very, very essential to our citizens there. So people are getting treatment for free, and people are coming as far as from the Ethiopian side to come and get treatment in Fagak. This is one. Number two, you know, when we were entering, people fled because of their life.
Yes.
But as we came back, we have talked to the Ethiopian counterpart. We have opened the market, and the market is now functioning, where even the citizens from that side are coming to buy goods from us. So the market is functioning. The Ethiopian traders, who used to be in the area before the war, came back. They are in Pagak. Yeah, doing business as usual.
So currently, how do you describe your relations as the governor of Maiwut state? How was your relations with the Ethiopian, especially people of Gambela? How was your relationship with them? Are you in good relationship with them? And how do you describe that even?
You know, in the first place, when we arrived, there were wild news circulating in the media. And you know, the state bordering us, Gambela, mostly we are almost the same people.
Yes.
On different countries. So they have their own policy of governing themselves. We have our own policy.
Right.
But as the same people, so the magnitude of the conflict itself is extended to our neighborhood.
Right.
They have been supporting the cause of the rebel on the other side of the Ethiopian camp. But when we reached, we settled with the authorities. We met with the protecting body, and then they carried out an awareness campaign that this is a war that is happening in another country, so they should not be part. So after all, then they become to realize that it is good to cooperate. And now in Fagak, I do send my team to Gambela. They get some days, then they come back. They do our business, then they come back. So we have a very good relationship with the government of Ethiopia in the border.
So currently you people are well. There is nothing wrong about the relations between you and the people of Gambela.
There is nothing wrong completely. Even the supply of food, we have started supplying our food from Ethiopia, from Gambela. We have received the first batch, and now the second one is almost to Pagak, by road from Ethiopia.
From Ethiopia to Pagak.
Yes.
Honorable Governor, let's talk about the issues to do with national dialogue, which was declared. We are seeing in a way that currently, as you say, everything is fine in Pagak. You describe the security situation and everything seems to be calm as we speak currently. And we are hoping that there is a delegation that will be visiting your areas very soon, subcommittee. They will be visiting your area very soon. Are you optimistic that if they come, things will be okay?
I thought I would have been the first person to be visited by the national dialogue.
Yes.
Because national dialogue is created to boost the implementation of the peace agreement.
Right.
Yeah, it was really a good initiative. We welcomed it from all over the states.
Yes.
We are waiting for the delegates of the national dialogue to come,
Yes.
like any other delegation, because we have been receiving a lot of number of institutions that were created by the agreement on the resolution of conflict on South Sudan.
Yes.
We have received citizens in Pagak.
They came to Pagak?
They came to Pagak.
Okay.
We met them. They also met the citizen. We also have received some of the NGOs that have been operating in the area, like ICRC, for example.
Okay.
Yeah, they came to Pagak. We met them. So we also received the leadership of the army, the chief of general staff of the SPLA. So we came to Pagak. We also met him. We briefed him on the security situation.
Yes.
Yeah. So we welcome anybody who want to come.
So basically, you people are ready to welcome the subcommittee for the national dialogue.
Definitely, we really want them to come to Pagak and
And-
meet the people themselves. And we are doing their work, by the way, because we are talking to the people that the national dialogue is one way of implementing the agreement.
Okay.
So you should, we are telling them to come and join the national dialogue. And we are also telling them they should come in response to an open amnesty that has been declared by President Salva Kiir for those who are still carrying arms, that they should drop their guns. They should come and join us in peace implementation, because that is the only option that will take South Sudan forward. We have been also telling them that we are here as a government to provide services that have been missed for the last 4 years.
Honorable Governor, you just made a point here about the amnesty of the president. Talking about this amnesty, in your area, Pagak, which of recently have been, under tension, let's get to know now, there are some elements or there are some people, armed group, who were fighting the state government. And currently, with the amnesty that you're talking about, are you receiving some of these people coming in? And what happened in case an armed group come to your area, somebody lay down the arms and come to your state? How do you welcome them?
We have been receiving some of the officers from the SPLA, IO, rebels, who have decided to join peace. We have some officers with us in Pagak. They have responded to the peace agreement and to the general amnesty that have been declared by President Salva Kiir Mayardit. We are registering their number. They are with us, and they are holding peace. They are working very hard to make sure that they convince others who remain behind to join us in peace implementation. And one of the impressions they have seen with our national army is that during the time of action, when we were in action, sometimes people felt defeated.
Right.
We defeated, and during the process, there are some who are left behind. There are some wounded. Some of them are left even untouched, but they don't know the direction they can go to. We have captured a number of them from the rebellion. But we have done the mandate that could have been done by the UN or other ICRC.
So you treat them like brothers?
We treat them. We give them medicine. We treated them. They are with us. Some of them we even brought them to Juba.
Okay.
Those that need big medical attention,
Yes.
we transfer them to Juba for medical attention. And here they are reunited with their families. For those with slight wounded, we treated them locally at Pagak, and we called their parents to come, and they do actually respond.
Okay.
They come and stayed with them, support the wounded. And then from there, when they get ill, so we hand over them to their parents, to their relatives.
Wow, that's a little bit.
This is what we have been doing, and it is a mandate that could have
and
been
you're
done by
still continuing to do that.
We are doing
That's
it.
great. We'll come back for that. Viewers of SSBC will be going for a short break and pick up from there. Please do stay tuned with us.
What is happening in South Sudan? That we have no peace. Can we really sit and see that we need peace? And peace can come from any corner? The national dialogue can even bring peace.
Let's dialogue, put the issues on the table, including the issue of leadership. Why are you fearing? We are South Sudanese, we belong to South Sudan, and South Sudan belongs to us.
We at our level as a steering committee, we have managed to tell the president what you are saying, that Riek Machar should not be included in the process. No, we have to say no. You are the one to forgive your enemy before the rest forgive their enemy. National dialogue is meant between the enemy and the enemy, not between the friends and the friend.
The problem in South Sudan is that the generals in the army, they are even part of SPLM, where you are a leader in SPLM and you have your general in the army. This is where we will talk about these issues in the national dialogue, to separate our national army from the politician, so that if you are a politician, you be a politician. If you are a general, you have to be a general, not a general and at the same time a member of SPLM.
Hello viewers, welcome back from that short break. You're still joining us in the Roundtable Show, and we are joined by the governor of Maiwut State, that is Honorable Bol Ruach Rom, who is telling us about the situation down in Maiwut State and how is he doing to ensure that that area receives peace and the citizens get services from the state government. Honorable Governor, welcome back from that short break. Your state seems to be having challenges. What could be some of these challenges that, Honorable Governor, you see them, a little bit very hard, and sometimes you may think of, losing the track and say, let me give up here and there. So what could be some of the challenges that is facing your administration? Yes.
We have this humanitarian crisis in the area.
Okay.
When a person crossed the border, and then in the process they lost their belonging.
Okay.
And in the state we have no other actors that are helping us. So because the NGOs have evacuated before the war, and they have not returned back to the area to operate normally, so that they could fulfill the gap that we cannot do with the government.
Yes.
It's really challenging. We are receiving people, and we are trying to give them from the small thing we have.
Right.
Like now we are sharing with them the drugs, the hospital for free. They have some foods left in the field by the time they left.
Yeah.
So we call them to come and take their belongings, collect their grains, and then to feed their children.
Yes.
And then now, this type of food is getting finished.
Okay.
They have reported to me that our food is getting finished. We need humanitarian assistance.
Okay.
So basically they need food, and they also need NFI, that's non-food items.
Yes.
Things to do with mattresses, things to do with mats,
Yes.
utensils, things, cooking materials.
Okay.
Yeah, so they need blankets. Yeah, they need basic things like that.
Yes.
So that is the immediate. The other one, of course, when they are returning, there will be a need for the children to go to school.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? There will be need for them to go to school.
Yes.
But up to now, we have not received or qualified South Sudanese teachers to teach them with South Sudanese curriculum.
Okay.
So they have been using their own curriculum for the last 4 years, but we have to introduce the curriculum that have been fitting in South Sudan to them. So it is quite a process for them to get back to school. Is one thing. So that is a challenge.
What's that appeal that you can make to people of goodwill, especially the NGOs that you're mentioning that were there but currently they aren't there? So there is always assurance that your state or your government has to make, because some of these people, they assume or they think, you know, it could be risk to be there. That's why they evacuate the place. Now, as the state governor or the governor of Maiwut, what do you say to these people? What assurance do you give them?
Thank you very much. This is a very good opportunity to air out to our actors,
Yes.
People of goodwill who can really come in and support. When I was in Fagak last week, I got call from one of my area commander in Dajo.
Yes.
So they called me and they told me that there is a flooding in the area that has destroyed the plantation of the year.
Okay.
So they estimate the number to be 500, and then they said there is a high need for people to get food,
Yes.
yeah, and non-food item for population affected. I also received a call from Maban that I have some population from Kaija country
Yes.
that have gone to Maban. So they are actually there to look for this basic thing. They
Yes.
look for food and assistance of non-food items.
Yes.
So I have also talked to the authorities on the ground that you try to mobilize the NGO in Maban to assist that population on the ground. I'm here appealing to all the NGOs that now people are returning in thousands in Maiwut.
Okay.
We have learned that they have distributed some food in June in Matiang. They have
Okay.
distributed food, the World Food Program.
Yes.
Yeah, I would also like to urge the World Food Program to continue supplying food to the rest of affected population in Maiwut,
Okay.
in Dajo, and in areas like Kajak, around Gelguk, because there are some displacement in those areas. And basically, I need people to come to Fagak and support the retained population so that they get the necessary support. There are some infrastructures in place that have been built by the UN,
Okay.
like a way station.
Okay.
So it could also be used as a reception center for those who want to come.
But the assurance about the security situation is fine, is it?
The security situation is good for us in the state. We have stabilized the situation, and that's why we have free movement up to Gambela and then back to where we are. So the security situation is normal. People are moving.
Yes.
Yes, and that's why I'm calling for NGOs to go back and operate. There have been some NGOs who have been operating in the area for those years, but because of this crisis, they have halted, they have stopped their operation, and I'm calling them to go back and start their activities as normal.
Honorable Governor, this one drives me to the question of the revitalization forum, of which was called by the IGAD countries, you know, to ensure that this peace agreement is revitalized. And then they talked of including, making it to be inclusive of all the armed group, whether you've been part of the peace agreement or not, as long as you carry arms or you are holding arms against the government, against the transitional government of national unity. This time around, all of them are called to be on the forum. What is the state government of Maiwut thought or thinking about this process to support it so that your people finally realize peace, Honorable Governor?
Yeah, thank you very much. On the issue of revitalization of the peace agreement, we are a party that have sent our signature to the agreement on the resolution of conflict on South Sudan. Then we are implementing it in partnership with the government in South Sudan.
Yes.
So, since then, I'm sure we have almost implement a very big part of it.
Yes.
And that's why I, as a product of this agreement, becomes the governor in one of the states created by the agreement itself.
In the ticket of SPLM-IO.
IO. That's why I'm the governor. So it is because of the implementations of the agreement on the resolution of conflict on South Sudan,
Yes.
and that's why I'm in Fagak,
Okay.
implementing the agreement in the letter and its spirit.
Yes.
Yeah, because the people have been missing this for long, so I'm in Fagak to implement fully, to support any effort that can bring a comprehensive peace in South Sudan.
Honorable Governor, finally, as we are concluding, inside this revitalization, there are laws, there are things that are going to be put, there are rules and regulations, there are things, there are mandate that every faction, whether being the transitional government of national unity, whether being those who were not part of the agreement and those who were part of the agreement and left the transitional government of national unity, there are some things that they have to adhere to, they have to keep in place. Talking about the cessation of hostilities, talking about declaration of ceasefire, and even supporting this revitalization forum. If all this has to be put in place, is your state government ready to adhere to this, what Igor is saying?
Yeah, my state actually it used to be a base to the rebel. You know Fagak very well, so it was the base of the former rebel leader.
Yes.
Had it not been the terrorist activity that they have been conducting, kidnapping oil workers and taking them to their main headquarters, we would have remained in our places.
Okay.
Yeah, and for me as a governor who is in charge of the state, I have the commitment to take services to the people. That
Yes.
is my constitutional mandate. So I cannot do it outside the state. So when they have been doing these terrorist activities, trying to threaten the stoppage of the oil production, and of course we know it is a lifeline of South Sudan,
Yes.
and the area is my area, so I have to take the responsibility of kicking them out. And that's what I did. It is they provoking the situation. Otherwise, we would not have attacked if they would have remained peaceful like before, because our president declared a ceasefire, comprehensive one, which of course we have to adhere to as a
Yes.
party to the agreement. Yeah, but the other part is doing terrorist activities in my area while I'm in charge of the security. What do you think I can do? So definitely I have to act.
Finally, Honorable Governor, within these few minutes, what message do you send to people of South Sudan, especially people of your state, concerning peace, concerning unity, concerning living together as brothers and sisters, those who are inside South Sudan and those who are outside as a governor of Maiwut state?
My message to the people of South Sudan is that South Sudan is a place for all of us.
Right.
I have a special message to the tribes living in South Sudan, that being a Nuer, being a Denka, being a Choli, being a Zande, will only destroy South Sudan.
Yes.
But we should live together in peace and harmony to build up this young nation. And that is why we will have a better South Sudan. We have to discourage the tribalism, the hatred, because some of the politicians, sometimes when one is fire in this place, then they go and ignite fire.
Yes.
So if you go and politicize the community, then automatically you have killed them. And this is what took place. So my message to those people, citizens who are in South Sudan, is to respect the views of one another. Because South Sudan is a very great nation for all of us. Chances come one and after the other one. It could be you today, it could be me tomorrow.
Right.
Then we have to wait for our chances.
Yes.
It is actually the God's plan. If he puts Lord Antonio Gore in charge, we have to respect him. He's a South Sudanese. He has to rule the country. And then the other people should wait for their chance.
Okay.
Yeah, we should not politicize South Sudan. We should not politicize our tribes. We should live peacefully for the better of the South Sudan.
Viewers of SSBC, that has finally brought us to the end of this program, Round Table Show. And you heard everything from Honorable Governor Bolrach. The most important thing is we need to get together as brothers and sisters, forget the past and open new chapter let's leave alone that politics that divides us as people of South Sudan. And to people of Maiwut State, your state is ready. And Honorable Governor is calling upon you to come to the NGOs and those other people of goodwill. Please, people of Maiwut are in their need of your assistance. Please, Honorable Governor will be in Juba and he will also go back to his estate. Please do come and send your assistance to people in that area as the mandate of the NGOs. With that, we have come to the end of our program. Honorable Governor, it has been great pleasure having you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Gore Anthony.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.